The 10 containers holding the desks and chairs for the interim JFK High School will arrive tomorrow.
So we'll be working with the governor's office and Matson and Triple B Freight Forwarders, which is handling this transaction, to get those containers prioritized for clearance so that we're able to bring them up to the campus and get ready for their installation and delivering to the classrooms.
The equipment was shipped from the Los Angeles port earlier this month. It consists of student and teachers' chairs and desks, cafeteria and library tables, as well as science lab equipment. Cortex spokesman Josh Tenorio says the Collateral equipment should be at the Tiyan facility by Tuesday afternoon. Tenorio says that 6 additional containers from George Washington High and the JFK campus will be moved to the temporary school, along with 100 pallets of textbooks. And Tenorio says they're expecting even more equipment.
Some of the equipment has been containerized by local vendors. We've purchased a bunch of things from local vendors, so we're expecting big items are like filing cabinets and teacher locker cabinets for their use in the classrooms.
However, the final step now, Tenorio says, is for Cortec to get clearance on multiple permits. He says the company has been working with the Guam Waterworks Authority for the last 10 days to get the building permit to allow water into the facility. Tenorio admits they are behind in obtaining their operations and sanitary permits, as he says there are 14 individual buildings that need clearance.
And we're in contact with Guam EPA, with Public Health, with Guam Fire Department, and with Waterworks to try and get all of that stuff done. I feel that we're a little bit behind on those areas. And I think that perhaps it's understandable because they're doing their due diligence, but what that means, it's more of a crunch time to get everything in this week, basically, is what we need to do so that they can have clean orientation next week.
Tenorio adds they are doing additional work to create 5 more classrooms, which means the facility will have a total of 94 instructional classrooms. But with all the work Cortec is doing, Tenorio says they're concerned about the 1-year contract and if that's enough time for students to get a permanent campus.
And if at that point they still need the campus, then we'd have to sit down and figure out what kind of timelines those entail and see whether or not it's feasible from our side and from GPSS. But I would say that the information that's being gathered right now would determine that. But I'm pretty sure they need it. They just need to come up with that decision as soon as possible so that we're able to plan accordingly.